Hey, Eric and Connie here right now. We got some great news. All right, on July 5th, we are actually going to resume in-person services. Yay! That's the big news. Big news. We're really excited about it, but that means a lot of different things. First of all, I want to say this. We are going to continue our live stream service just as we've been. For those of you that are still not comfortable with coming to in-person services starting July 5th, and that's okay. We're happy that you're joining us online. We know that this is going to be a gradual re-entry process, and so no rush, no pressure. You are not a second grade Christian because you're choosing to stay home and be safe if that's what you feel you need to do. So you need to know that we hear you, we love you, and we're excited. And me and Connie are going to kind of walk through what's going to happen when you come to church on July 5th. The first thing is going to be this. You will not have to open the door. So we are going to try to do as best as we can to make sure that you don't use these. All right? We don't want you to use your hands. We want you to be this is a hands-free service. There will be no brochures handed out, no bulletins, no offering envelopes. None of that stuff will be handed out. You will not be able to, you won't need to open the doors. The doors will be propped open. And there will be somebody here taking temperatures. We want to make sure that we're safe. If we know that everybody is getting a temperature taken, then that will let everyone else feel safe too coming into the building. We want to make sure that we're taking every precaution necessary to make sure that everything's safe. So, we ready to go inside?
Let's go on.
Let's come inside. All right, so once you come into the building, after you get your temperature checked, you're going to make sure that you have one of these, all right? These are going to be important, okay? You'll need one of these to get into the building. Now you can't even go to Walmart without having one of these, so you should have your own custom mask. And so bring that with you. We want to make sure we're safe, but we also, like I said, we want to make sure that you're not using your hands. And so the bathroom doors, if you come this way, the bathroom doors, you'll be able to push with your elbow to get in, but from the inside to get out, you'll actually be able to use your foot. Use your foot to open the door. So again, you will not have to use your hands. So that's the point. We don't want you to use your hands. And then you're also going to see hand sanitizer stations like this one. If you touch anything with your hands, you can come to one of these stations and be able to use the hand sanitizer. All right, let's make our way into the gym. It looks a little bit different than maybe what we've been used to before this whole COVID thing. So here we go. All right, so once you come into the sanctuary, you're going to notice things look a lot different, okay? We don't have the chairs set up the way that we normally do. In fact, we have 100 chairs, only 100, because that is the capacity that we can have right now during this season, or during this phase of the reopening of Illinois. And so 100 chairs are set up and they're sporadic. They are customizable, so certain families, if you need one extra chair, you can. But the idea is that you sit with your family, your children as well. So there will be no children's service. Connie, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, it makes me a little bit sad, but that is the best right now for our church. And so we have worked really hard to provide something for the kids to be able to do during the service. However, if you have an iPad and some headphones that your kid could use during the service so they can listen to the kids' gospel message, feel free to do so. If not, then we can provide something for them when they come the day of the service.
Yeah, we will have some activities, but the best thing is going to be downloading the New Life app on your phone. On the New Life app, under the resources, we have some tailor-made videos, lessons for our kids' own ministry. And so if they have some headphones, they can sit right next to mom and dad or next to you in the chairs next to us, and they can listen to their sermon while you're listening to yours. One other thing you should be prepared for. When we come back to in-person services, we will not have a coffee bar. That breaks my heart because I love coffee. So I'll be bringing my own. I invite you to bring your own as well. But we will not have people preparing snacks and coffee and serving that in the building at this time. That's going to help us stay safe as well. So what you'll also need to know is, how are we going to do communion? How are we going to do offering? Well, come with us. We'll show you how we're going to do that next. All right, so a big part of what we do here at New Life Homer Glen is worship, and we worship through communion, through taking our offering or giving our offering, through baptism. So here's how we're going to handle two of those three. All right, one, the way we're going to take communion is we're going to have pre-packaged communion cups that will have the juice and the crackers sealed in a plastic bag. Those will be placed on each chair before the service. So no one will be touching it. There are no hands preparing it. You will be the only ones that touch the communion. When it comes to offering, we are not going to pass a plate. Normally we would have our ushers pass a plate down each row. Well, there are no rows, so it's going to look a little different. We are all going to enter through our main entrance the way we normally did before, but you will exit differently. All right? When the service is over, at the end of service, you can then take your offering in your envelope. If you want to do, if you still want to use a check or cash in an envelope, you can still do so. I would really recommend that we just continue to do online giving. That's been working great. It's safe and it's probably the easiest route. However, if you want to put a check or cash in, we will have this offering box here at the door. There will be a lock on this. It will be secured to this stand, and so you would come, drop your offering in this box, and then you would exit out these doors. Now normally these doors are locked, we don't normally use them, but for this season, we are actually going to take our time of socializing and gathering outside of the building. That way you could take your mask off, because indoors we will need a mask, but outdoors we will not. And so let me show you what it's going to look like outside. When the service is over, you will exit out these doors to another area where we can hang out and talk and get to see each other face to face. So come on, let's go. All right, once the service is over, you're going to be ushered out of our west doors, which lead right to our parking lot here. However, before that, you're going to see some tents and some tables and chairs. That's going to be all set up so that we can enjoy some fellowship together. We want to see your faces. We want to have some conversation. We haven't seen you guys in a long time, or some of you, most of you. And so we're excited. We're excited, but we don't want to just cut church short. So we want to get out of the building so that we don't need to wear masks. We can be out here mask-free, talking to you, having a great time. July 5th at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there.
Yes.